Hi, it's Paul from Model Builder International. What we're going to look at today is a double boxing 1/144th scale Lightning F6 Royal Air Force. So don't forget to subscribe and let's have a look inside the box. Okay, so let's see what we get in the box. To start with, a picture of an F6 on the front, a couple of decal options on the side there. There's your three decal options, 74, 11 and 92 Squadron. And the F6 was the basically the final version of the Lightning. You can tell this is the F6 because of the overwing tanks and the bigger ventral fuel tank under there. Because the Lightning was very much, always had basically fuel issues, as in couldn't carry enough of it, so its range was really limited. And this was the final version, basically cramming as much fuel as they could in as many places as they could. So it's a sturdy end opening box. We open it up. Inside we get two identical bags, so I'll just put one to one side. We get a decal sheet, and looks like we get a little addendum decal sheet as well, with decals 14.1 and 15.1 to fix these two in the middle here. So they look okay. And there's instructions, which is simple, straightforward. 1, 2 steps, sprue layout, 3rd step, 4th step, 5th step is painting and applying decals. There's your colour, painting guides again, colours in Mr. Colour and Model Master, adding the small parts after you've painted and decaled, which seems reasonable. So there you go. So let's open up a bag and have a quick look at some of the parts before we do the close-ups. Okay, so here's all the parts. It's a resealable bag, so you can put things back in it and seal it back up again. Plenty of location pins and location holes on that side. So it looks like it should all go together quite nicely. Won't go together quite right yet because the sprue part's in the way. But looks quite nice. We've got, yes, those are fine recessed panel lines. It's actually some quite nice detail on those. You'll see those better when I do the close-ups, but there's some very nice detail on those. Attachment points look nice and small. The way, that's the wing. There's holes for the overwing fuel tanks to go on. Overwing fuel tanks are one piece, and there's a very faint mould line down the middle I'll have to clean up. And then we've got the canopies in its own resealable bag, and these are the, oh that's nice, they've put the fragile pieces are on their own little fret and protected in their own bag, and this sprue here is, it's thicker to give it more protection, so you can lay it on the table without breaking things. And the final one is the undercarriage, and those look nice as well. So let's have a look through the instructions and a close look at the parts. The Lightning F6 was the ultimate Lightning version to see British service. There were some other export versions, but they were simply rehashed versions of already existing Lightnings. This version was nearly identical to the F3A that came before it, except it could have overwing tanks, which are included in this kit, and also they added cannons onto the aircraft, which they were built into the ventral fuel tank. They actually took some of the fuel away, which was always a problem with Lightnings. But anyway,
the guns are replicated in this, as in you can see where the nozzles are for the guns, the barrels. So there's not, obviously it's a 144th scale kit. It's quite small parts, there's not that much to it. You've got, each aircraft is made from 30 plastic parts on 6 sprues. There's also a clear part. I'll show you the sprues now. I'll quickly flick through those. The parts seem pretty good. There's some nice detail on the main fuselage and the wings. You'll have to paint quite thinly to not drown out the fine panel lines, but everything looks quite nice, fine details. The Platz 144th scale kits, they do seem to have a reputation of being quite nice, and so far it looks quite nice on this one as well. So let's go through the instructions and have a close look at the parts and talk about each of the stages. Step 1, as always, seems to start in the cockpit. There's a seat, an instrument panel and a cockpit floor to go in. Good retaining places to mount everything by the looks of it. There's some simple detail on the instrument panel. In this scale you're going to be tough to see it. Maybe just add a couple of simple tape seat belts to the seat, and that's about it. The Lightning cockpit is pretty small anyway, so there's not going to be too much to see in here. Step 2, we trap the cockpit between the 2 fuselage halves. No mention of nose weighting here, but it'd be prudent to put some in anyway. I'll run the picture of the fuselage side across the top. Plenty of locating pins to make sure things line up. I've done a couple of kits where they do seem to have these loads of locating pins, and it didn't cause any problems. Things just went together just as well as any other kit. I've also put some close-up images of the fuselage halves on the website, so use the link underneath this video to see a whole ton more images in this video and close-up images as well. So all in all, an easy step, just putting the fuselage together. Step 3 is where we add the wings and some other smaller parts on the outside. So start at the front. Here's the nose cone. That looks quite nice. There's not going to be a hole at the back for you to look into the empty fuselage. Canopy goes on, then the wings. There's holes on the top for the overwing fuel tanks. If you're doing option C, you have to fill those holes in because that one doesn't have overwing fuel tanks. There's also a couple of holes underneath the wings. Those are for the air-to-air refueling probe. Tail goes on. Interestingly, there's actually some detail of the engines inside the exhausts there. So even be really tough to see, but there's scope there to add a bit of detail inside there. There's also a nice image showing you what the dihedral of the wings should be as well. Step 4 is where we add the ventral fins, and also if the undercarriage doors, if we're going to fit it in the undercarriage retracted view. You can see here is a picture of the main undercarriage doors, looking at the detail on the inside actually. And here's a view of the ventral strakes and the ventral fins, and you can see there's still some detail on those as well. Interestingly, step 5 is painting and putting the decals on. So you can see here there's 3 choices. The first thing I'll say is, if you were looking at the 3 images of Lightnings I showed as I did the introduction to this, those are the exact 3 aircraft that are the decal options. If you want to look at better views of those, go to the website. Those are in the photo gallery there. And yeah, it's nice to actually find photographs of the exact 3 decal options that are available. So all the colours are called out in Mr. Colour and Model Master. Everything seems to be laid out quite nice, labelled quite nicely. So shouldn't present too much problems. There's part views as well. And also colours are being called out as we've gone through this in the various places in the instructions. The decals themselves look pretty good. What they've done is some of them, like the fins, they've put the decals together with one backing sheet for the lot. So basically if you get one of the things in the right place, the other things are also in the right place. It's kind of a bit of a payoff between you've got more backing film than really you'd like, but it certainly makes putting the decals in place an awful lot easier. You can probably it probably won't be a problem if you're careful, make sure there's no silvering of the decals. and a matte coat over the top hopefully will take care of it.
And the final step, step 6, called small parts assembling, which is basically what it is. You put the external overwing fuel tank, if you've chosen decal options A or B, and this is where it also tells you about fitting the undercarriage if you chose to fit the wheels down. Here you can see the sprue with the main wheels and the nose wheel, and also the nose wheel doors are actually fitted there as well. And here you can see the sprue that has the air-to-air refueling probe and the pitot probe. Nicely they give you 2 of each because they're quite small and easy to break, so you have spares. So that's a nice touch. So overall you've got 2 kits in the box, which is always nice. They've got 3 good decal options. All 3 are different, 3 different colour schemes. Decals look good, level of detail looks good. Don't see any reason why this shouldn't build up into 2 very nice little kits. Many thanks to Platz for sending it along for us to have a look at, and don't forget to subscribe.